Hey guys, what's going on? It's DJ here, my brothers, Derby and Bears.
Oh, hi.
And this is gonna be a bit of a different video. Whenever we have time at the end of our talks to do some of these theory like videos, I guess we could call them that. We'll call it. What's a good name for the series?
This wouldn't fall under like superhero spotlight or something.
I guess we could do superhero spotlight for DC. But we're gonna be talking about Zoom for this one, and the CW, the Flash Zoom, and who we think or theorize is. So we're kind of just gonna go around the table here as if we're in one room, and everybody would kind of just throw their 2 cents out there on who they think is Zoom and who else could show up within this universe with how it is now.
All right, so who I think is this new Zoom is an alternate version of Barry Allen.
So future Flash, or you just think it's like a totally
Earth 2 Barry Allen.
So
the reason I think this
Okay.
is because according to stories and mythological creatures and sightings and nests and all whatever, from what you guys have told me, Barry is the only one able to open up these portals.
I'm gonna say yes. He even said, "I'm the fastest one alive."
So, being the only one fast enough to open these portals, he could just open them at will, which he does in Earth 2, and he's evil in the blue with some weird color significance.
Yeah, the way that like CW writes their stories, like with Harrison Wells, they combined multiple characters in order to create that Reverse Flash. So it could happen with this Zoom.
So maybe like a cross between, say, Daniel West and Barry Allen?
That is another theory.
We're getting lost in our own theories.
Yeah, so what I theorize is that this Zoom in this season would be Daniel West. I theorize this because Joe's wife? Anyone know her name?
No, I think they just call her Joe's wife.
Yeah.
No, she has a name.
Does she? Yeah, I didn't pick it up.
Francine.
There you go. Francine.
She randomly appeared on the show and came back into his life. What better way to introduce that character through her?
So basically, Jeremy and I and Bears were talking about this on the talk prior of the Flash review. Bears has his theory that that's the Barry Earth 2. Maybe he just went insane because maybe something did. Do you think that was Barry Earth 2? The way he got his powers was kind of the same way it happened on Earth 1, but it didn't exactly go right, and he is just power hungry? Do you think that's what happened to him, and he just wants to get rid of all the speedsters?
Iris dies, he loses his shit.
See, I'm just gonna put my hand in both cookie jars and just say that.
See, like that could also work with your Blue Flash theory
In a way.
In the way that he's just so emotionally distraught that he becomes that way, like where he wants all the power.
But the thing is, that one is so fast that he himself can go to different. I'm sure he can go to different worlds because that's Barry at his
Prime.
peak. Yeah, that's the pinnacle perfection of a speedster. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got another one.
Go ahead.
Wait for it. What if, you listening guys, this is going to be awesome. What if it's Barry from 2025? The Barry that goes missing because he lost his marbles.
Yo, that could actually be. Because the thing is, this is what. Okay, can I? Now I'm gonna support your guys' theory on that, or Bear's theory on this, and I'll also relate it back to why I also think Daniel West could play into this. Bears, that could work because if that's the case, then that one's been running forever. You know what I'm saying? Continuously through the Speed Force. And eventually something comes for you. You know what I'm saying? There's always like a nature to things, like a laws of nature, and that even exists in the Speed Force. And when that happens, you start losing your mind a little bit.
Yeah, because you're continuously.
So you're continuously going, and that would explain why his suit is all black. He's emitting different color energy. Maybe he's just gone rogue. Just all this stuff that's happening, and then maybe he thinks that in order to stop. Because Barry's life essentially is just full of tragedies. I'm gonna get shit.
Tragedies.
Yeah, it's just full of that. You know what I'm saying? No matter what he's done to change things, something always has to take place of whatever consequence he has to face. So
that's it. Good job, gang. We solved it.
Yeah.
So Barry in 2025. Something happens in the Speed Force, causing like a massive, similar cataclysmic event. So Barry decides, there's only one way to fix this. We got to stop all the speedsters and anyone that could access the Speed Force. This shit has to be shut down. PDQ. So he starts his rampage and killing him. Maybe his trip to the Speed Force or something warped his mind.
Yeah.
Maybe he originally went back to warn them, and it just became, they killed them all. The little voice in his head just told him to kill them all.
That's what happens in the comics, right?
He faces off against, the future Barry faces off against everyone. Like, he literally hits everyone up. You know what I'm saying? They all meet in the primary timeline, which our Barry's in. I'm saying just theoretically speaking. So the comic version of Barry, that's the present day Barry. The future Flash runs back, and while Barry is fighting the Black Flash, he comes out of nowhere and he takes both of them down. You get what I'm saying? The future, the blue Flash. So he says, "I'm the hero of the story, and I need to end this." And he figures in order, because like you said, in the comics, it's also very similar. If that did play out, Iris she doesn't die, but she gets injured, and Wally dies in an accident, right? So he goes back he tries to fix it, he tries to save Wally and Iris from getting paralyzed. Barry's you see how he's almost like the common factor and everything. Mm-hmm. Like he's, no matter what he does, something else changes whatever world he's in. So, but see, that's another thing though. Why would they go ahead and label him Zoom? That's what I want to know. Maybe we might see the Black Flash. Maybe we might see Wally West eventually, and it'll all tie in together. It would be really cool to see that is Barry behind the mask. Though maybe he's hesitant too, because if he wanted to end the whole cycle, he should have just gone to himself and killed himself. But he's sending people to kill himself.
But he's not the only speedster.
But that's the thing. Let me say something. Yeah, Eobard in the Flashpoint Paradox, right?
Yeah.
He went to go kill Barry, and the reason why he became the Reverse Flash was because of Barry. So basically, if he erased himself from, that's what he said, that's why he became the Paradox, is because if he had somebody else kill Barry and not him directly, then that means he would still be in both parallels. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they might be playing off of that thing, and maybe that's what happens to Barry's character instead. So he kills off his self, but because he's so obsessed with getting the job done, he sends all these other metahumans after Barry. So
maybe he was just making him fast enough to close the Speed Force.
The show's crazy. Okay, so we talked about Barry being that speedster there, the black and the blue.
So just say Zoom.
Zoom. And the other side of this is, like I said, I was gonna put both my hands in the two cookie jars and say that the other.
You might need to put it in the three.
Three, okay.
After.
Continue. Is that it might be Daniel West, and why I say that is I think that Francine serves as the plot device in that way, to introduce Daniel West. And in the comics, Daniel is obsessed with getting close to his sister Iris, or they were close when they're kids, but they got torn apart for some reason. And he's obsessed with trying to kill Joe. He goes ahead and does that, but it changes everything, and Iris hates him and stuff like that. So you get what I'm saying? Everything that he thinks, it almost resembles what Barry does. He tries to change something, and it doesn't get better each time. So it could be Daniel West in that respect, where in the show they have him trying to get close to his. Maybe he's, instead of obsessing of getting close to his sister, he wants to be close to his dad and is envious of Iris, and ends up taking up the Reverse Flash mantle. See, but the thing, he takes up the mantle as Reverse Flash, then Black Flash, not Zoom. So it's hard to to say, but then again, they could always change it for the show because they change a lot of things for certain characters, like Wells. Do you guys now? With that being said, we have Barry, Daniel, and with Daniel coming about, then we'll have Wally West. Storyline, somewhere. What do you think Wells' part is in all this, in all seriousness, other than Stein throwing a heart monitor at him and hitting him in the head?
Bears, you kind of joked about it. I don't know if you...
Ridiculous third theory. Yeah. Wells is Zoom again.
Yeah. So you think he's the one character that's just chosen to be, because he's almost constant through each universe. Yeah. Is what it looks like.
The owner of Star Labs.
particle accelerator.
Yeah, the particle accelerator explosion. He becomes something.
He's the vessel for all the bad speedsters. Eobard is the one that knew Rip Hunter, right?
Yeah, that's what.
In the first year, he's like Rip Hunter. He's the one who mentioned it.
He's gonna like.
So do you think maybe that Wells is just like he figured out a way to time travel or whatever, and maybe he actually shows up and is a good guy? I mean, they make him look so bad. Like, you know, it's like the endings always make him look so
it would
bad.
Fit so well for him to be another speedster.
We'll just say Barry. We'll say Barry Daniel Wells.
Okay.
/ Hunter.
And if you guys have any more theories, just let us know.
Yeah.
Because it's endless. It's the multiverse.
And we offered you some pretty strong reasoning from all three of us.
Yeah.
It's just depending on your stance on who you think it would be. Because all of us kind of feel strongly about our choices, I would say. Actually,
still dip my
more
feet into
more so Bears, because he, you know...
Yeah.
He's like, this is my theory. I'm like kind of cheating. I got my hand all over the place. Like I don't want to be wrong, so I'm just like touch base on everything. I agree with Bears. I agree with Jeremy. I agree with myself. I agree with the world. We all win.
I committed to this theory. I made it in 2 minutes. It's mine.
I think that's pretty much what we wanted to discuss in this thing, because it's kind of before, and we want to put it up before the big reveal. Mm-hmm. Because when we did a similar theory last season about Eobard and Wells, I say let's all just no. We put that video. Yeah, we put that video up like almost 3 or 4 weeks before the thing, so all of us can pat our backs because we're all right. And hopefully we pan out this time. And
well, since we got three theories, we'll
all win.
Right, yeah,
we all win. It all
unless they throw like a curveball and
it's totally wrong. It really ends up being like Iris or something.
Oh no! Watch it be Francine.
Oh my god. Francine, the crack addict, running through time.
Yeah, she's
Where my crack? No. Running through the Speed Force.
I just got the image of just like Francine running through the Speed Force like Cookie Monster, just cookie.
So go leave your like down below, a comment as well. Be sure to check out Bears and his channel. He's got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. recaps on there, as well as a lot of games. He plays a lot of games. So go check out all the other links below. We'll be writing these in movie pilot blogs. Anything else, guys, before we go?
Bye.
Who's that? Oh my gosh, it's Zoom.
It's Tiny
Zoom.
It's
Tiny Zoom.
Oh, Tiny Zoom. I don't know how I feel about this.
End it for us.
Bye.